kind of big occasion that can bring the best out of Manchester United. Erik ten Hag talking about the bigger games this season and how well he feels their team has managed to cope with the greater the challenge, the better the performance he feels, and they've got down to business quickly here. And here's Wan-Bissaka, had an earlier chance. In goes Bruno Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka, Rashford was unmarked in the penalty area. Liverpool at the moment just looking worryingly vulnerable, Jurgen Klopp would think, because here's Wan-Bissaka again. Mainu towards Højlund. Dalot gets there first, and here's Garnacho. It's a terrific piece of defending by Robertson.
Had to be good defending. Good build-up play. Here's the last block. Almost goes between his legs, but he had to throw himself into the challenge. They just haven't woken up at the moment, Liverpool.
Well, there's plenty to applaud in the way Erik ten Hag's team have come out of the blocks here. They survived the softest shot from Szoboszlai, a wicked attempt from Mo Salah. Either side of those Liverpool moves, it's been Manchester United's game to this point. Here's Dalot.
When they are finding space, Manchester United, is down that left-hand side and through the inside left channel, in behind Quansah, in behind the right-back Gomez. This is Garnacho finding that space I was talking about. It's a nice height for the goalkeeper, Kelleher. Could he have done better? Probably not, I would say.
I was wondering whether he pushed it onto Andy Robertson that looped up. And that maybe made the save less efficient, if you like. In goes McTominay, the scorer. Into that space again. Rashford. Mainu, who's the first really to discover it, and he drives on here. And it nearly came to McTominay again, and Liverpool at the moment, they're just looking at each other. Van Dijk's doing all the talking. They've got to get going, and maybe attack is the best form of defence. And here's Szoboszlai. And now Robertson. And now Luis Diaz. Robertson! Well, they have had 3 openings, despite the fact that Manchester United have been looking very threatening from the off.
It started by Szoboszlai. Robertson then goes past Garnacho. It's a lovely reverse pass from Diaz. Just got to get above it. Big chance for Robertson.
He's never scored an FA Cup goal, but probably not had many better chances than the one we've just witnessed.
Just going back to the Liverpool's struggle defensively on that right-hand side, in behind Quansah, in behind Gomez. Mo Salah is brilliant going forward, but what he doesn't offer you is any defensive qualities going back. Jurgen Klopp almost says to him, you stay upfield. And Wan-Bissaka is being the extra man when Manchester United have got the ball at times.
Nunez, back to the earth. Bruno Fernandes got a good foot in for Manchester United. Ran forward, but just too high for Rashford.
Liverpool were excellent last week against Manchester City in the Premier League, and one of the key players was Endo in that central midfield. Today he's got to do a good defensive job against Bruno Fernandes, who will drift around the pitch.
It's given away by Nunez. Diaz will chase everything. Very quick in was Højlund. Garnacho. United could have played on, but quite understandably, John Brooks saying that was a little bit too robust by Alexis McAllister.
And he gets the ankle of Garnacho. Good bit of skill. The Argentinian.
McAllister up to the semi-final last season with Brighton, was knocked out by Manchester United. It could happen to him again.
game in which Brighton dominated large periods of. Had that great understanding with Caicedo, didn't he, in the midfield for Brighton?
Yeah, went to penalties, he scored his, but United went through. And Lindelof getting the decisive penalty. There's their regular penalty taker, Bruno Fernandes, and free kicks as well. And there is Lindelof trying to reach the bounce. Despite the rain, plenty of bounce.
They're trying to whip this in behind. Lindelof was onside. One of the only Manchester United players that was onside, but he was the target round the back.
Van Dijk. The challenge successful for Manchester United, getting almost a standing ovation. Quansah. Salah. And here's Robertson well forward again. Bringing it up towards Nunez, and also Diaz in there, back from Szoboszlai. Eventually tees up a man who famously has never scored a goal, or notoriously, I guess we should say. Joe Gomez.
Szoboszlai does really well, checking back just to set up Gomez, who when he was playing at left back had quite a few attempts
coming onto his right foot,
coming back onto his right foot and getting shots away. That one he gets underneath.
This is 238th game of his club career.
At some point he might think about not shooting and just keep passing it.
But Salah's got a bit of a roving commission here, Stuart, hasn't he? We've seen him on the left, we've seen him through the middle. Starting position we expect to be on the right, where he is at the moment. Wan-Bissaka.
In his absence, there's been quite a lot of rotation in the front three of Liverpool. And here's Diaz, Gakpo when they've been playing together.
And there's Diaz on the left. Nunez likes going to the left as well. He's waiting in the middle. McAllister. Endo. John Diaz. One that John Brooks did well to get out of the way of. Salah nearly in behind Wan-Bissaka, but that job you spotted astutely at the start of keeping Salah at bay. Back that time, and here goes Rashford. Quansah drawn out of the middle. Endo was chasing back in that area again where Liverpool looked vulnerable.
And he was claiming there was a shoulder or an arm by Quansah, but good strength from the young centre-back. He's looked very good when he's put that Liverpool shirt on.
United did beat Liverpool here in Liverpool's last visit in a league game last season, 2-1. Contentious goal involved in that, which almost had the laws rewritten. The interpretation of a goal. Holland's arrived since then. 7 in his last 6, 8 in his last 8. So it was an untimely injury. It's kept him out for a month. Robertson, nice touch. Diaz looks in the opposite direction. And Salah, even with his wand of a left foot, get that under his spell. Varane. Lindelof. They're brave on the ball, Manchester United, and they're setting all sorts of challenges for Liverpool. When you thought that Rashford was going to run onto that, McTominay a bit of a telling off and had something to say back.
Well, I think Højlund wanted the ball played in behind Quansah so he could run onto it.
Garnacho wanted it in completely the opposite direction. But if it's a fault in the right direction. It's the players who don't want the ball you worry about. Gomez with the throw. 1-0 to Manchester United. Scott McTominay from close range. Dalot. Beautifully picking out Rashford. Bruno Fernandes has gone ahead of him, and so has Wan-Bissaka. This is the area of profit for Manchester United so far. Virgil van Dijk has a long way to go across to that.
Well, he's run past one centre-half. Ponce had to run past his full-back. Gomez is being caught in no man's land at times. Endo's having to work quite hard to get back there, but Mo Salah is staying up the field.
This is Trent Alexander-Arnold injured. The Liverpool absentees. Small problems for Gomez. He gives away a free kick.
It's a silly foul because he knows exactly what.
Perhaps the most dangerous. One goal to his name already. He's just trying to bend that into the far corner from where he looked. He went a bit too central and, of course, too high. Left side, Stuart. There's the indication of what we've seen.
Well, most of the attacks have come down that far side with good combination play. Rashford's been involved as well.
Dalot. Well, Erik ten Hag must have said something along the lines of, don't let's sit back wondering here. We've got the chance. We're at home. We're the ones who've had 8 days to prepare for it. At the moment, it's a hard graft for Liverpool. Possibly, although they've had a couple of good chances themselves. Could be a wider margin in Manchester United's favour. But here's Robertson, who had one of those chances. McAllister, now Endo. Numbers to the rescue, really, for the Red Devils.
Well, had that ball been played through, Rashford was free. Gomez gone higher up the field. Rashford was standing on the halfway line by himself.
McAllister. And it's invariably a high line. Of course, can't be offside in your own half. Marcus Rashford has many attributes, but that's really what he's made his career out of, being the quickest. Chasing down a ball over the top.
What Erik ten Hag has said to him is, you can stay upfield. You're going to be our out ball when we win it back. Maybe another reason why Wan-Bissaka's gone over to that side, because he might have to deal with two players coming up against him, and he's quick. There's no doubt about that. Wan-Bissaka.
There's room here for Alexis McAllister. Coming on to it the same for Endo. Back to Robertson. To a pretty good shape defensively, Manchester United. Nunez getting there before Lindelof. And he wins a corner off the Swedish international.
Good run from Nunez. Saw where the space was, started to come short, and then just ran down the side of Lindelof.
So out comes Ponce. Of course, the main threat you feel to Manchester United, Virgil van Dijk. Nunez, of course, is a powerhouse in the air as well. As far as Gomez shuffles it on to Szoboszlai. Gomez trying to get a bit of angle on it. They flag it up, and Manchester United cope.
There's a great defensive header by Varane when that first ball came in. got one or two problems at the moment, Jurgen Klopp, in this game.
This is the game he always feels. There's two lock horns. And as the world is watching. And, another clash between these two northwestern rivals. It shows the global appeal of English football. Here's Garnacho. Højlund slipping. So there is a bit of damp out there to give him the benefit of the doubt.
There was that space again. Gomez was caught upfield. And then it's Quansah that has to come out to Rasmus Højlund, who slips and just misses a chance there. That time it was Garnacho that found himself out on the left-hand side, and Marcus Rashford was on the right. So again, there's plenty of movement in this Manchester United team as well.
So they're trying to drop. Held up by Darwin Núñez, and a bit more than that. He drives at Manchester United, a quest for an equaliser. And by Van Dijk. That suits Manchester United because they're perfectly set up to counter-attack if there's a turnover. Gomez puts it straight into the gloves of Andre Onana. And here's Dalot. Endo in the way. Put in by Wan-Bissaka. Rashford was half thinking about running it. Salah, of course, shy of doing the defending when he has to. But he'd rather not. Is defending. That's work by Gomez, who was lining up a shot, I thought, for a moment. McAllister lines up a pass to Robertson. Liverpool could be in here. And in the end, it's a difficult ball to hit. Szoboszlai did very well to get his shot on target.
Better from Liverpool, though. Here's that cross from Robertson. They'd switched it out to him nicely. Again, Varane getting in a very good defensive position. And there is the volley. Does well to keep it down, but straight at Onana, and two players back on the line as well for United.
He's done well under pressure. Kobbie Mainoo taken on by McTominay. Kicked by McAllister, who did commit that rather brusque tackle, shall we say, earlier, and he gets the yellow card. Wrong side of McTominay.
And McTominay does well, cutting across him. Not much really that McAllister could do. He's almost trying to avoid the challenge, but he was always going to clip his heels. And when you're a midfield player that has to be in the heat of the battle, it's not good to have a yellow card this early in the game.
There's Fernandes in the free kick taking situation again, and there were two players. Two centre-backs who were unmarked there by Liverpool. Paid a heavier price. They do have a great record in quarter-finals, Jurgen Klopp's team. I'll come back to that in a minute because they're trying to improve their record here this afternoon. Salah. Gomez. Endo. Now McAllister. Núñez. They're trying to squeeze it through. They've won 17, Liverpool, of their last 18 FA Cup quarter-finals. The defeat in that run was way back in 1995 to Spurs. Runs to Robertson. Diaz. Past Dalot. There's a corner. It looked for a second as though Diaz was in a position to slide that across to a teammate.
He was grabbing his arm, Dalot, but he gets back and gets a good block eventually. That's a good battle, Diaz against Dalot.
Well, it was the correct decision. Quansah, Van Dijk and Gomez. At the end of Robertson's corner. McTominay there. An authority in the air, really. Gomez. not the best way. Trying to drop a ball in behind, but there was hardly any space to find anyway. Ten Hag must be delighted. A lot of talk, Stuart. I don't know where you sit on this debate that, you know, if he loses this game today, then the new regime, or the new percentage of the regime, will want to make a change and bring their own man in, as if it's sort of judgment day for Ten Hag.
There's a lot of pressure, and that's for sure. It's so often the case when a new management team do come in, eventually they like to bring one of their own guys in, something that they've looked at for a long time. But a win here would certainly do his chances of staying in the job a world of good.
Here's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Just having a little bit of a breather, you feel, Manchester United, playing some shorter passes. They really found an avenue to exploit. They've stopped exploring it for the moment. Here's Bruno Fernandes. We're trying to shut that particular door.
Well, he took a gamble, didn't he, Gomez, by going towards the ball. Had it been flicked round and past him, Rashford was in again. Combination.
Finally kept out, held by Kevin Kelleher.
It's great to see a goalkeeper actually catch the ball when it's...
So Bosley trying to set up the counter-attack, and there's a turnover in United's favour, caused by a great challenge by Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho. Liverpool wanted offside, that might have been going in. It was blocked, and then Van Dijk gets it back to Kelleher, who's suddenly become very busy again. His distribution is good. And away goes Luis Diaz. Garnacho chasing. Diaz drives on. Núñez in the middle. Salah coming as well. Núñez trying to find that gap at the near post, but Onana read it and saved it.
Well, which one do we talk about first? That last bit of play or the one at the other end? But this is Diaz coming inside of Garnacho and worked really hard to get back. But Onana read it. It's a nice height for the goalkeeper as well. What a big chance it was at the other end when Kelleher made his save.
Diaz. A little bit lucky. Wan-Bissaka. McTominay thinking, I'm going to double up here.
And he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. He probably saw the defenders in front. This is where it's all made. And he's been magnificent, Mainu, so far in the game. We know he's a hard-working midfield player. We know he can see a pass, but he's gone past people so easily. And Rashford picks out the right pass as well. Just rolls it into the path of McTominay. Hits it quite cleanly, but just straight at the goalkeeper.
I mean, he does have a goal of his own to his record at Newport. The FA Cup, but here comes Salah. Endo has found the bottom corner, and Liverpool are level. Or has the flag gone up? It has. VAR will check.
Well, the offside will be against Salah. Endo did really well. He won the ball back. Oh, now this is very, very close. Look at the only thing that could have been offside for Salah, I think, is his shoulder. This is going to be a very tight call.
And John Brooks waits for the outcome.
If you look at where the feet were, Salah's feet were onside. This is going to be a big, big call by the VAR. Good play by not just the scoring of it, but winning the ball back. Playing it wide, getting himself back into the box.
His first game in the FA Cup. Will it be illuminated by a goal, or will it be the on-field decision which will stand? It's offside. On that shoulder lean, isn't it?
Yep. Very unlucky, I would say, for Liverpool. But the correct decision by the assistant.
Very good call.
Backed up by the VAR. Just starting to... I think it's fair to say he's been much better in the last few weeks.
Absolutely right. McAllister. Liverpool come again. Some galloping up on the outside of Luis Diaz into Endo. Squeezed wide by Gomez. Salah got up his sleeves here. Another offside decision.
Well, he shouldn't be standing offside. That's the second time he's been looking right across the line, Mo Salah. He's been given offside. Again, it would be a tight one. Dalot looked to be the same player, looked to be in line.
Well, the early goal for Manchester United, I think a fair reward for the way they started the game. It's become a little bit more tactical. Remember, United are the only team to have stopped Liverpool scoring this season.
He's got a slight problem as well. Jurgen Klopp's got problems in behind his right centre-half and his right back. Erik ten Hag's got a problem in midfield at times, because when they poke the ball into Szoboszlai, he's had a lot of time on the ball, and when they go a bit deeper, Endo has all the time in the world to pick out the next pass.
It's a lovely ball by Robertson. Bit of a heavy touch by Darwin Núñez. Back to Robertson again. Nacho back defending. Ball from McTominay. Højlund gets away from Endo. It's the way Rasmus Højlund plays. Forward thinking. Garnacho. Up to Rashford. Here they come down the United left again. And by Rashford, looking for Bruno Fernandes. Tracked by Kwanzaa. And ends as a goal kick.
I'm not sure the crowd were too pleased with Marcus Rashford flicking the ball up when maybe he could have played that a little bit earlier. United do, they push Bruno Fernandes on to go and press the ball a bit higher up the field. Endo's made it easy for him this time by going back in between the two centre-halves.
Kwanzaa. And they're stepping from right back into midfield, Trent Alexander-Arnold style. Robertson. Taken by Szoboszlai. He's done well to reach out and book it back to Robertson. McAllister. Szoboszlai. Final pass that, well, they have made 2 or 3 chances by a good final pass, but given the amount of ball that they're now getting in the middle third, something that they could probably improve on. Szoboszlai. Typical Scott McTominay challenge. Came from nowhere really. Jose Mourinho, when he was manager here, suddenly created an award, the manager's young player of the year, and he gave it to Scott McTominay, almost as if he wanted McTominay to get some recognition for the progress he was making, and inventing the prize, which McTominay gratefully accepted. Van Dijk. This is footing again. He's not everyone's idea of a graceful player, but he's mightily effective, and the scoreline proves that at this point. But here's Luis Diaz, a spot of ball juggling to find Robertson. Szoboszlai. Robertson feed it across. Dalot in the way.
Dalot's got a fairly difficult job. He's got to decide when to pick up Diaz and when to fill the space, which Robertson is trying to run into.
Diaz trying to scoop it back in the direction of Endo. Kwanzaa. That's a bold break from the defender. Send it up for Núñez. McAllister! Alexis McAllister on the stroke of half-time finds a way to get Liverpool level. Jurgen Klopp can smile this time Surely this one's going to count.
Well, the player he's pointed to is Quansah. You talked about coming through with the ball here, drives past a couple of very inept challenges by Manchester United players. There's a set-up play. And there it goes in at the near post, which Onana won't be too pleased about, but I think it does take a deflection. There it is. But he still gets a left hand to it, and maybe should do a bit better. He didn't really alter his position, but he just took a little jump as the ball was kicked. Mainu, the player that can't do too much about it, he's got to try and get a block in. And the goalkeeper beaten at his near post, and just needed that before half-time, Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp.
Well, they found a final pass then from Darwin Núñez to set up the Argentina World Cup winner. And McAllister has got to be a little bit careful in another sense. He's already on a booking. But I think probably Erik ten Hag can exonerate Onana because of the deflection.
Yep. One or two of the other players, Marcus Rashford being one of them, when Quansah just steps into that attacking position, Marcus Rashford almost let him go into it.
So Liverpool are level. And Manchester United, good early work, somewhat wiped out here. Fernandes takes. And good defensive header by Núñez. Not all strikers like going back into their own box with that responsibility. Claims that Kelleher handled outside the area.
Is that a man speaking by experience? Going back into his centre forward, going back into his own penalty area?
Maybe. Here's Gomez. Making good ground. And Liverpool coming on strong again. Trying to press high, win it back. Robertson gets in the way. Could be a real turnaround before the interval here. Jurgen Klopp is one win away from reaching 300 in his years as manager of Liverpool. This would be quite a place to get it. And his players desperate to give all they can for the final couple of months of the Messiah, really. I don't think it's an over-exaggeration to call him that. He has transformed the club. So I don't think anyone is feeling shortchanged about what we've seen in this first half.
No, it's been a good first half. Manchester United came out all guns blazing, found a way to really cause Liverpool problems.
Oh, it nearly came to Núñez. It does come to Luis Diaz. For Núñez, who can let fly here with parried away for Salah. Liverpool lead. An astonishing turnaround. Salah on the spot. Numbers forward, paying off for Liverpool. And those gloomy faces are suddenly wreathed in smiles on the field and amongst the 9,000 fans, and I'm sure in the dugout as well.
Well, Manchester United wanted a foul there. They won the ball back in a good area. He does well to get back onside, Núñez. There's the shot. Onana does well to make the save, and he just about gets it in, Salah, with his right foot. Comes off the post. Nothing the player on the line can do about it. Onana pushes it into a dangerous area, but not sure he can do too much else. The ball was hit quite quickly. There's where they wanted a foul, but Fernandes shows too much of the ball to Gomez. Gomez wins it back. Wan-Bissaka stops playing. Bruno Fernandes stops playing. But I don't think it was a foul.
There's been a yellow card shown to Bruno Fernandes for his thoughts on that moment, that incident. And will it be reviewed to Manchester United's benefit? They haven't restarted yet. John Brooks waiting for the call.
If Bruno Fernandes was standing in front of the ball and shielding it, you could see it might have been a foul, but he actually allowed Gomez to go down the side of him.
Van Dijk saying, come on, let's get on with it. Surely it's a goal, but hasn't been confirmed until now. Salah smiling. Liverpool leading.
Yeah, what a good turnaround for Liverpool. Now it's going to be a big half-time for Erik ten Hag.
Well, in some ways it's mirrored Manchester United's season. When they're good, they're very good, but they take their eye off the ball, and he's frowning at a tremendous effort by Liverpool in these closing minutes before half-time. And there were chances before that, even though Manchester United began the brighter of the team and got the first goal of the quarter-final. Lindelof. Deep into first half added time. And an explosion of joy for Liverpool fans in the closing minutes of this first period. Gomez lets it go. And Jurgen Klopp just wants it to be done calmly at the back. Restart when the referee tells you, not before. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, a game of great expectation, anticipation. It's lived up to all that. Manchester United firing quickly from the start. Scott McTominay. But it was another McAllister who equalised after Endo had had a goal disallowed for offside. Chances at both ends as well. And then Mo Salah in the right place at the right time on the back of McAllister's goal, suddenly turning a losing position into a leading position for the Reds from Merseyside against the Red Devils of Manchester. At the break, it's United 1, Liverpool 2.
Wow, what a turnaround that was. Liverpool lead half-time. Jason McAteer, Dwight York, Andy Gray. Foul or no foul?
Foul for me.
No.
Right, do you want my honest opinion?
Quickly, yes.
Quickly, yes. I don't think it's a foul, but 7 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, referees will give a free kick there.
Okay.
So it's a foul? No.
I think
I said it's not a foul, but 7 out of 10 times. Because you go down, you'll get a free kick. You will. As simple as that, York.
I think there might just be a case here of know your players.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he's always on his backside.
He's won the ball. He's won the ball.
I think he wins the ball. I don't think it's a foul. It's all right, relax. We'll talk more in just a moment. Liverpool lead at half-time by 2-1. Tempers tad frayed in the studio.
I'm loving it.
Truffet. Kalimwendo. Immediately surrounded by Marseille players. He gets a free kick, Arnaud Kalimwendo. Former Paris Saint-Germain youth team graduate. Doué. Mari's pass. Lovely ball from Bourigeaud. This is Blas. Shot on for Blas. Well saved by Lopez. That's more like it from Ren. A real directness about that attack. Ludovic Blas didn't hesitate in pulling the trigger. Ndiaye getting away from his man. Now Jonathan Close on the rampage. Back to Ndiaye. Amin Arit. Arit onto his right foot, goes for goal. Didn't have the precision, but this game beginning to open up now. Well, Amin Arit will often be criticised for failing to produce the end product. He's such a lovely player to watch. This save from Pau Lopez to deny Ludovic Blas. But Arit doesn't provide enough goals. Still only 26, still time for him to blossom. Here's Martin Terrier. Amin Gouiri. Gouiri's pass. Now a chance for Martin Terrier. And he rifles the ball beyond Pau Lopez. Rennes in front, thanks to their deadly number 7, Martin Terrier. Oh, fit again and firing again, Martin Terrier. Out for so long, 9 long months with a knee injury last year. But the quality has not gone from his game. He remains a deadly finisher. Good play from Amin Gouiri. Marseille failed to pick up Terrier inside the box. And Rennes have struck first blood here at Roazhon Park. It's Terrier's 6th league goal this season. Only his 13th start. His scoring record remains impressive. 45 league goals he has now for Rennes in 105 appearances. We're having a check here. Let's see. Was there an offside earlier in the move? There is no problem. The goal stands. So Marseille up against it, as has so often been the case away from home this season. Gouiri had a rich scoring spell in late January and the first half of February, but he had gone 5 without a goal before that strike. Here's Blas. Good cross from Blas, headed away by Merlin. Marseille need to respond here. Amin Arit. Amin Arit surging forwards, looking for Ismail Assar. Blas did well to get back there. Kondogbia. Merlin. Pat Gay. Geoffrey Kondogbia. Jonathan Close. Sarr. Kondogbia. The switch doesn't reach Merlin. Here's Amin Arit. Rennes looking determined, everybody back defending here as Marseille try to build. Merlin, good first time ball to NDI. Iliman NDI in the penalty area. Really good stop by Mandanda. Well, it was Aubameyang, sorry, not NDI. Aubameyang surging inside and seeing his shot saved by Mondonda. Well, they don't want to give Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang too many sights of goal. He is in electric form. Aubameyang. Bourigeaud now. Santa Maria for Kaliwendo. Now Christopher Wu. Omari, good ball. Guiri looking to turn. Blast to Terrier. Truffert now. Truffert's cross. Well, it picked out Kaliwendo. They're just managing to find space, aren't they, the Rennes attackers? Marseille need to get tighter. Paul Lopez decides to punch that cross. Marseille can now clear their lines. They have the throw-in. A wicked cross from Guiri. Nobody in a Rennes shirt close to getting on the end of it. Rennes have the throw. It's a good turn from NDI. Amin Harit finds Pape Gay. Aubameyang tackled by Christopher Wu. No foul, says the referee. Aubameyang's been hurt. Eric Vatelier overseeing a Ligue 1 fixture today for the 100th time in his refereeing career. Well, he does catch Aubameyang. He's already got the ball. Marseille will be hoping their 34-year-old talisman is okay here. It's been a difficult first half hour for them already. The home fans making a pretty incessant wall of sound, making it very difficult for Marseille as well out there. Martin Terrier's goal on 21 minutes separating the teams. He is one of the more graceful attackers, isn't he, in the French league? He's not quite back to his brilliant best yet since his injury, but he is scoring goals, he is contributing, and you do feel that there will be some exciting weeks, months and years ahead in Martin Terrier's career. Aubameyang talking to Gael Ongula, the fourth official, the former Ligue 1 player, Gael Ongula. Unusual to see former players going into refereeing. It's good to see as well.
I've been watching the two of them.
So am I. It's good fun.
Front. They've been behind in the first half for most of it. No changes from either camp. And just a reminder, of course, it's pretty common knowledge these days that the quarterfinals have to be decided on the day. The days of replays long gone. To try and fit into a congested calendar was beyond the wit of the organisers. Here's Wan-Bissaka trying to start the second half like he started the first. Whether Erik ten Hag Stewart has emphasised, get back to what you were doing well.
As you said in the first half, sometimes Gomez likes to go into midfield to do what Alexander-Arnold does for Liverpool at times, and many fullbacks do around the country. And then they use the space down the outside of him, and Szoboszlai did really well to get back there at Wan-Bissaka.
Fernandes leaving the corner to Garnacho. Suggests a bit of a ruse. And this is it. Rashford. Run at Liverpool, but Robertson across on the right. Won it. Kicks it away. Luis Diaz, who is nothing if not competitive. So many good individual players on the pitch. It's the teamwork that's going to prevail. United were pretty good without the ball for half an hour or so, and then suddenly Liverpool found a way, getting more possession in midfield, getting to the edge of the attacking third on a very regular basis.
There was times when they were pressing high up the field, but the other players didn't go and join them. They were getting played around. And he was making the extra man in midfield as well, Gomez, which gave United a problem.
Here's Darwin Núñez drawing Varane out of the centre and prepared to take him on and leave him in his wake. Oh, it nearly squeezed in. And Nana mightily relieved.
He's got pace. He can be the all-round centre-forward, can't he? He's good in the air, he's got good pace, and he nearly beats Onana at the near post. He's not trying to score, he's just trying to get it into a good area.
He's having to reach for it, wasn't it? So that's why it went in that direction.
The standing foot went from him as well.
McAllister to Salah, the two scorers for Liverpool. Out comes Onana, and has an easier task this time, but not a routine one. And it goes long, it's into the head of Gomez.
The crowd were frustrated with him because Marcus Rashford had made a good run to try and break the offside line. He didn't play the ball.
And Liverpool is not the sort of team to sit back and try and run down the clock here. They want to score again. Szoboszlai had a couple of good efforts in the first half.
First touch was good, Szoboszlai, but then Varane got out. Did a really good defensive job there. Always easy to come to a big club and put in good performances. Szoboszlai's done that, hasn't he, ever since he arrived.
And I think that's one of the great attributes you can pin on Jurgen Klopp. We'll be a bit worried at the moment as Garnacho is full of pace and energy and potential. He's breaking there. Piece of control by Van Dijk. Get hold of that, and he did.
Well, the pass wasn't meant for him, it was meant to go out to Robertson from Szoboszlai. But there you saw the pace and strength of Van Dijk up against Højlund. Got to the ball first, just dealt with the danger. Talked about him too much today. Virgil van Dijk. He hasn't been the inspirational best he has been in recent weeks. When it matters, he makes good decisions.
He was more concerned at the start of trying to get his team organised when they were in danger of almost falling out the FA Cup in the first 15 minutes. But now they're very much in it. Look at the numbers forward here. Robertson, Szoboszlai, Salah, and he's annoyed with himself, and he should be. The capacity for a better ball than that. Garnacho. Here comes Rashford. Gomez and one or two others looking across to see whether the offside flag would go up. Suddenly prodded away by Quansah.
Gomez took a gamble as that ball was played. He tried to step up, which allowed the ball to be played inside of him. Rashford didn't quite make the most of it.
McAllister. And Diaz travelling at pace. Salah trying to get it through to Szoboszlai, who's covered a lot of ground and just a little bit of a recovery situation at the moment because Liverpool have got the ball back, so he's going to switch on again. Nunez. McAllister. Endo stepping forward. McAllister again. Quansah. There's Gomez giving chase. Wan-Bissaka did well. Fernandes trying to free Garnacho, and probably Kelleher could have let that run into the area, but wasn't prepared to take any risks.
Never quite understand that from a goalkeeper when the ball's going to run quite clearly into his box.
And here's McTominay. Kelleher has got it at the second attempt. It's a slightly iffy moment on both counts, really, but he's shown magnificent promise. He's been around at Liverpool for a while, getting more chance to show off his wares. The current injury situation for Alisson. Gomez trying to slide it through. Diaz, they never stop running. Cut out by Mainu, who was running the game for a while in the first half. Rashford, space for Bruno Fernandes. The flag has stayed down. Manchester United, a whisker away from an equaliser for Højlund. And at this stage, the flag usually goes up.
He's got to be careful, Bruno Fernandes. Remember, he was booked in the first half for dissent. Does take a deflection of Quansah. He showed his inexperience there. He gets back and gets a challenge in, but he actually tried to play Bruno Fernandes offside, and he was about 4 yards onside.
And you know how little deflections, even at close range, can make a difference. It just took it away from a tap-in for Højlund. Only had to hit him, it seemed, to go into the net. Just a little nick. Took it away. Again, emphasising the fine margins between these two great rivals. McTominay. Mainu. Garnacho. It's for handball. Fans on that far side who had a much better view of it than we did. Now goes McTominay. Play on, says John Brooks. Endo happy to do that. Salah likewise. Nunez in behind Lindelof to have the shooting chance.
Well, it's against Robertson they were appealing for. Garnacho with the cross. No, it hits his hand after it's hit his leg.
Well, penalties are given for that. And we're all unable to understand the many changes of the handball law in recent years. But here's Højlund. Through quite easily to have the shot. And it's Liverpool's turn. Cut and thrust. As you would expect, Luis Diaz taking on Diogo Dalot, slipping past Dalot. into territory guarded by Maynard. There's the galloping Robertson. Endo. Liverpool just slowing it down. Just to get their own breath back. Quansah. Gomez makes the forward run from Salah's pass. And it nearly broke for McAllister, who got into the box as he did when he got the equaliser. Wan-Bissaka to Garnacho. Plenty of space here. It's a pass for Højlund, maybe. Garnacho took too long. Very little thinking time in a match of this intensity.
Well, the crowd again saying it was tug on Garnacho, but the referee's allowed play to go on. It's very open, the game now, isn't it? End to end, lots of space all over the pitch.
And Van Dijk just reaching in there before Højlund. Szoboszlai and now McAllister. Szoboszlai said, well, you're going to let me shoot, I will. And produce a corner. Turned aside by Onana. The Manchester United players said, well, you can save this and I'll defend the corner.
At times he's had the freedom of the park. Szoboszlai. Bruno Fernandes is trying to play further forward, and they're just outnumbering Mainu and McTominay in that central area, with Endo joining in. Gomez is coming in off the touchline to make another midfield player at times.
Stern expressions from Virgil van Dijk so far. And a chance to put a smile on his and his team's face. And Liverpool outswinging Robertson, corner. McTominay gets to it. McAllister, Szoboszlai again. Robertson again. Blocked by the willing Wan-Bissaka.
Look how many attempts we've had in the game
For a card, which would of course be a red one. A block.
It's a block. Both players are going at pace.
Both entitled to go for it.
I think they are. The only thing I would say about Bruno Fernandes, he actually missed the ball, which is always a problem, although he's trying to get a block in.
But it can only be reviewed for a straight red card, not for a second yellow.
So he's going to be safe, there's no doubt about that. It's not a red card. If it had gone with his stud showing, it's a totally different thing, but he went with the side foot.
And as with all the incidents so far, John Brooks has been right on the scene. Szoboszlai well enough to be involved in the discussion about who and where.
Although he's scored, I don't think Salah's been at his best today. He's looked a little bit rusty with one or two of his touches and his final pass. He's going to prove me wrong now and bend it into the top corner.
Draft excluder, as they call it, I guess. Pretty accurate description. Not too many players go for the shot under the wall these days. Remember, former Liverpool man Coutinho did it, but here's McAllister. And, not able to work the goalkeeper.
Doesn't come down in time, does it? Got a lot of whip on it. You see it from behind him. Gets underneath it enough. You can see the bend on the ball, but not enough top spin, a lot of side spin.
It's the Liverpool fans who are singing in the rain still. It's a long way to go. And the potential of extra time, of course, maybe even penalties. These ties going back to 1960 between the two clubs have only ever been decided by a one-goal margin. We have that at the moment here in Liverpool's favour. Szoboszlai trying to widen it though. McAllister was a slightly tired touch there. He's covered a lot of ground. Here goes Gomez. Not many any great malicious intent, although the United fans wouldn't agree with that statement.
And this is an interesting one as well. He actually wins the ball, Gomez. Watch it here. He's the one that gets contact with the ball. But it's the follow-through and the fact that he went with a fairly high boot, but that's where the ball is. I think he's a bit unlucky to get a yellow card.
And as you can see, he's slightly questioning the decision. He sort of turned away from it a little bit, didn't he?
But if you look at the challenge,
untidy. I suppose that's the.
If you look at the challenge, both players have got their foot at the same height. Who made the bigger contact with the ball? I would say Joe Gomez, but
here's Wan-Bissaka. Out by Kwanzaa. Endo. No, there wasn't a forward pass on then. That's not often been the case in the Liverpool midfield. United's throw.
This is the man that has to take the game by the scruff of the neck, Bruno Fernandes, because he's not doing too much defensively. So he's got to make sure he's effective with the ball.
Out here to Salah. Stayed in play. Followed by Van Hooiland, just loitering in an offside position. And when the ball was struck, the flag went up against him, even though he got back into what he thought was an onside position.
This is an important 30 minutes, just under 30 minutes of normal playing time for Manchester United here. They're looking at a very tight outfit at the moment.
Header down. Salah. It's almost like McAllister. Slide Nunez in. He's made space for the shot here. He went for the shortest route to goal, and Onana covered it.
But how easy is it now for Liverpool to get into that attacking third? Good bit of skill. Nunez, good strike as well. It's the only place you can, or the only way you can beat the goalkeeper at the near post is by going with power. And Onana was up to it on that occasion, got his left hand to it.
Van Dijk prowls forward again, bringing Kwanzaa with him. Robertson again entrusted with the ball in. Oh, and it fell to Diaz. Bodies in the way. Robertson can keep the pressure on Manchester United. Touch from Nunez, and Salah has kept it alive. He's got Kwanzaa there to give the ball. He hasn't seen him. He hasn't looked up. Too engaged in a tussle with Diogo Dalot. Happy with the throw.
And amongst all that, I think Hooiland is the player that made a good block. And Diaz was about to pull the trigger. Did pull the trigger.
Scored a very powerful shot, of course, at Arsenal to wrap up the win in the third round. That very big tie from the earlier stage of the competition. Gomez, Nacho doing his job defensively. Nacho on the right, Garnacho on the left. Ten Hag might just be wondering how much fuel there is in the Hooiland tank after a month out. Here's Salah. Good. In the way again. He's certainly been a busy game for him on his return to the team.
Well, it wonders me how players do get themselves back into match fitness. There's no reserve teams anymore.
Yeah, in your day that was the route, wasn't it? Very good reserve leagues there used to be. Now so many players are required to fill out a senior game team sheet. To one sub or two, it was for a while. Here's a break forward by Diaz to Salah, trying to bend it, but Onana read it, caught it.
Again, not at his very best. I think Salah works the ball a bit more and then gets his shot away with more power. It's a really lazy effort in the end. An easy save for Onana from what was a really good position. And there you can see Liverpool dominating possession now. 147 passes as opposed to 195 for United.
The difference in domestic record this season is considerable. I mean, Liverpool have lost twice in the Premier League. Manchester United have lost 11. And that's out of 28 games apiece.
And Manchester United came bottom of the Champions League group as well.
And they can argue at least they were in the Champions League. Liverpool with this quadruple in mind.
I just feel as though he probably needs to make a change now, Erik ten Hag.
Moran's header. Endo. And space for Szoboszlai again. Chasing back to good effect. Calmly done by Quansah. Liverpool come again with Gomez. It's Erik ten Hag who's likely to blink first here. Anthony warming up. Endo.
Hardly seen Rashford touch the ball in the second. He's playing out on the right-hand side. Garnacho out on this left-hand side. He just can't get tight to anybody in midfield there. Bruno Fernandes tried to get tight to Endo, was played around and then is just jogging back. Now he's not tight to him again.
Yes, we'll see who, presumably a wide player, will be taken off. Anthony into the action. Marcus Rashford, a winner in the FA Cup 2016.
Crowd getting restless now. Garnacho threw his arms up in disgust because he tried to close the ball down.
Here's Darwin Núñez. And Nana got it away, but it was a bit of a scuff. It's going to be a double change actually for Erik ten Hag. The two players who are just back in action from injuries, I think are likely to be the two coming off. Højlund and Wan-Bissaka. At the three-quarter mark, if it's decided in 90 minutes. May not be the case, but Liverpool have the lead and are bossing the ball.
And that's what's frustrating the fans, demanding their team go and press it and try and win it back.
There's a miscue from Dalot, that could be costly. Darwin Núñez can't find Mo Salah. Wan-Bissaka slow to pick himself up. And a good interception, Salah. And getting into those key areas again. And maybe again here with Endo. Luis Diaz. Darwin Núñez. McAllister. Darwin Núñez knocked down off the ball. Asking for a penalty. Great support from his teammates. Indeed, the Liverpool fans. Manchester United looking weary at the moment, and they're the ones who've had plenty of time to prepare for this. Gomez. Salah. Diaz. Rashford back to defend. He wants to be chasing balls over the top in the other half of the pitch. Salah. Looked a little roll pass in for Darwin Núñez, and you've spotted Mo Salah down to a tee, Stuart, today.
He's had three opportunities to play the right pass when it's been a goal-scoring opportunity for the next player. And he's been a bit sloppy with that, and that's why he's shaking his head. If they do make a substitution, Liverpool, I think Salah would probably be the player to make way. Apparently that's not going to be the case. Elliott is going to come on, but not for Salah.
He certainly looked as a likely candidate for that, but Dominic Szoboszlai might come off. Can't quite make it count on a rare counter-attack, Manchester United, with 20 minutes of the 90 to go. And the changes are to be made. Rasmus Højlund already off the pitch behind the goal. Anthony will replace him. So Rashford through the middle, one suspects. And Harry Maguire comes on as Harvey Elliott replaces Szoboszlai.
I can only imagine that he's feeling the pace a little bit, or maybe that shot, which was half blocked by the leg of Bruno Fernandes, has caused him a problem because he's been excellent today. Szoboszlai.
Yeah, substitutions supervised by Anthony Taylor. So here we are with more than 20 minutes to go, as we were at half-time. Very snappy turnaround orchestrated by Liverpool. Goals right on the break from McAllister and Salah.
As you said, there's Rashford playing at centre forward. Anthony's gone to the right hand side. Garnacho is standing out on the left.
McAllister deftly. Elliott. Now Salah. He explode into the top form in that situation. It's where he loves to be, running. He's capable of going down the other side. Left foot usually gets blocked off by good defending. That's good work by McTominay, who whips it out to Garnacho. I just feel there's another goal in this, and of course if Manchester United get it.
Well, the only thing that could go against Liverpool here is complacency. They've had such easy possession, they just haven't made the most of it in the top third of the field. Final pass, the final shot hasn't quite been good enough.
Lindelof back at left back, where he's been filling in. Luke Shaw, one of the still absent. Anthony really hoped to hit it better than that, but the second threatened to creep inside the post.
That's the side he was going for, but as you said, didn't quite make the contact he was looking for.
He, in a way, is the player that perhaps sums up most the Erik ten Hag situation. The Dutchman very keen to get him here. He's certainly had his moments, but not perhaps frequently enough. Bruno Fernandes, supported by McTominay. Garnacho takes the touch, tries to set up a shooting position now for Bruno Fernandes. Lead away by Elliott. Lindelof in quickly. It's better from Manchester United. It needs to be. Garnacho, a slip. Played away by Gomez to Salah. Caught by Menu. Probably did his side of service then. Hasn't got booked for it.
Bit of a spark from Manchester United with the substitutions.
Well, it's the quality of Liverpool, really, I think, that's made them look so passive. They've been passed around, covered a lot of ground in vain, trying to stop Liverpool dominating the ball. Elliott, Salah. This is the kind of thing that's been going on for a while now. Robertson. McAllister. Salah. Not lining it up, giving it to Elliott, who is left-footed as well. Tries to make space for a shot, which is deflected. And a goal that got Manchester City through their quarter-final yesterday. Not a goal here for Liverpool. A third, and you do feel that they're into the last four. Wembley bound. But it's still 2-1. Jurgen Klopp still bouncing around the technical area, and to talk to his staff about another substitution maybe. Robertson, well, they're 3 against 1 from the corner. And Salah whips it in, but it's the goalkeeper's ball. Again, not quite there, Mo Salah. Anthony couldn't quite keep it in.
Good play by McAllister, though. He got out there and forced Anthony White. And another excellent performance.
Cody Gakpo, you mentioned him earlier, and a young right back, Conor Bradley. It is Salah coming off this time.
And Robertson, who's
a little bit surprised.
Yep.
Gomez will go to left back, I guess.
I think he was surprised he didn't start the game against Man City last week. Robertson.
Salah's got a goal, and it could be the decisive goal, but not at his sublime best. Cody Gakpo, who Manchester United chased but couldn't secure. Got a couple of goals in Liverpool's 7-0 win over Manchester United at Anfield last season. McTominay. Garnacho. Time is ticking away on Manchester United. They have to find maybe a creative spark, and Christian Eriksen getting ready might be the provider of that.
Well, he's going to come on, I think, for the excellent Mainu. He had so much work to do. He's been outnumbered in that midfield. He was brilliant.
Here's Garnacho. Bradley trying to get a tune to the game. Not easy. He's made a stunning start, Conor Bradley, to his Liverpool first team career. I'm not sure that actually is overhanging the line. A drone over the top of it to see whether that's the case. Anyway, the corner is being taken by Bruno Fernandes. Of course, Harry Maguire is a real presence, having entered the game. Shoveled back in. Out by Kwanzaa. Picked up by Anthony. Manchester United trying to regain this spark of their early work here against Liverpool in the FA Cup quarter-final. And Anthony, who was involved in the move in the wide area, trying to get in at the near post. Bruno Fernandes. Bradley got there just about. Luis Diaz. And Liverpool trying to up the tempo of their attacking play with Gakpo, and now Harvey Elliott. We went for the pass rather than the shot, looking for Darwin Núñez. Here's Bradley.
Elliott was the right one from Gakpo. And then Mainu with a brilliant challenge. A tired one, but a brilliant one.
Christian Eriksen has come on. And probably Mainu, well, you won't see any more of him today, but you'll see plenty more of him in the future. Eriksen.
He was certainly their spark in the first 20-25 minutes, Mainu. Running with the ball, winning the ball back.
In these drenched conditions, effort's been put in. There's a lot of emotional energy expended actually in the build-up to these games. Been the talk of the town really since the draw was made. Both towns. Maguire. Too beefy. Minutes plus added time, which could be anything these days.
And in that cup game against Arsenal, when he came on at the Emirates, Conor Bradley did a really good job against him. It was Martinelli on that day.
Here's Elliott. Just thinking his conditions, there's a slip or a mistake, a literal slip, a metaphorical one. Could happen at either end. Here's Diaz. Gakpo just holding his position on the right to stay onside. And Núñez in the middle. McAllister. Here's Bradley. He's a very good crosser of the ball, but Ericsson read the mind of the youngster. The experienced player came out on top there.
I think he could have played the ball a fraction earlier when players were in good positions by taking another touch. Just allowed Manchester United to get more midfield players back on the edge of the box, Ericsson being one of them.
Bradley trying to get into a space beyond Lindelof. Here he is again, holding off Garnacho. Elliott, deep enough really for a cross. All attracted towards the ball, the Liverpool players. Maguire's header. Gomez needing some help from Endo, and he got it. Elliott, more central. Poe still holding on the right. Fizzed to him by Harvey Elliott. Poe trying to catch the goalkeeper out, but he didn't catch Lindelof out.
I think that's a strange decision by Gakpo. The switch of play came out and he had a runner going in behind.
Well, who's got the bigger punch in these last 10 minutes? McAllister certainly getting the corner in a legitimate position. Van Dijk, they're trying to really block off defenders so he can have a clear run at it. Which is Darwin Núñez, who got the contact, but no progress for Liverpool. They've led since virtually the last moments of the first half. They've been behind for long periods of that half. Early goal from Scott McTominay. Late in the half, an equaliser by a deflection and shot from Alexis McAllister. And then Mo Salah not at his best today, but poached a second, which is the difference between the two sides. Quansah. Gakpo. Long from Kelleher. Rafa Varane, we understand, is coming off. We'll get another attacking player on the pitch. Amad Diallo. Not really had much of a chance to make a mark with Manchester United after an expensive move from the Italian club Atalanta, who Liverpool will be facing in the Europa League. Good reach by Bradley. It is a defender off and an attacking player on.
Had a good spell at Sunderland, didn't he?
He did. And a loan at Rangers as well in Scotland. Diaz. So much effort expended by both teams in the first hour that fatigue could be a problem. Back in January.
Well, the pass for Elliott was for a right-footed player. He had a chance to hit it first time, but he didn't want to take it on his right foot.
And it breaks in behind the Liverpool midfield. Here's Garnacho. Antony's in there. Is he squeezed it in? He has. It's 2-2. 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. And the substitute strikes. Aware of his critics, I think. But certainly producing a big moment for the manager, who's got total faith in him.
Well, Liverpool have only got themselves to blame in terms of they haven't taken the chances up the other end with their final pass. They haven't been clinical enough. And in the end, you're always going to give away a chance. They thought there might be offside there. They lose possession here. It's a good ball played out wide. Nacho does well to come infield. But this is a really good turn. On his weaker right foot as well, Antony. When he picks the ball up, it doesn't seem to be too much danger. Gets it in between Endo and Van Dijk. And what a finale we've got here in this game. Just gets it out of his feet enough. Turns on it. Kelleher would have seen it late and he can't get there.
And there were some very, very disappointed Liverpool players who thought that they were maybe edging a little bit towards victory. Lots of the ball. Too many wasteful moments, Jurgen Klopp will feel. So they scored first and they've scored so far last to make it 2-2 here. And Liverpool couldn't mark Antony. Bradley. And the goalkeeper's come. And Gakpo. And now Elliott. Onana's got back. Oh, it's hit the post. Unbelievable. Diaz. Still. Elliott. And the flag is up. Oh, total drama here.
And here he's trying to cross the board, he slices it, goes beyond the goalkeeper, hits the inside of the far post. Maguire heads it back down, it only goes to Diaz, who can't quite get it under control. Tries to go inside the challenge of Dalot, and by that time the chance has gone really.
Yeah, it would have been a fluky goal, but Jurgen Klopp would have been running down the touchline had it gone in. And Erik ten Hag sing his team, you're almost, it's the old cliche, isn't it, more vulnerable when you've just scored than at other times of the game. And Liverpool nearly took advantage of that old adage. But Manchester United have come back to life here, and they're still in the FA Cup. Remember, the game was a classic 3 years ago, and that finished 3-2. In Manchester United's favour for a place at Wembley in the semi-finals to join Coventry, Manchester City and Chelsea.
There's the good bit of play by Antony, gets across into the box, it comes off the shin of Virgil van Dijk.
Just shows, Stuart, how much the game is played in the minds as well as with the feet and the head, because Liverpool looking, I suppose assured is maybe overstating it, but certainly in reasonable control, and now they're hacking it forward. Nearly an own goal. The difference a goal can make to the side that scores, of course, but also to the side that concedes, particularly in such a high-stake game.
I would go as far to say that halfway through the second half, Manchester United just couldn't get the ball off Liverpool. The pitch looked as though it was massive, looked like tired players. But Liverpool didn't make the most of their situations. They had a 5 versus 2 in an attacking area and it didn't even get a shot away.
Well, these days the substitutes have such an impact, and Erik ten Hag has played a successful card here. And here's another of the backup boys. Amad Diallo. Antony full of beans. Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot. Handed out by Bradley. Reclaimed. This is what Liverpool were doing. Ring fencing the penalty area. Nacho goes down. So we have 4 added minutes away from extra time. think Jurgen Klopp will now be worrying about the fatigue of his players. Plenty of whom played on Thursday, not all of them, of course. Rashford, who's been very quiet in the second half. He's won a corner here.
Well, they're starting to believe, these fans now. Maguire is on the field, who's a threat at set plays. You mentioned it at the last one. He was the target. Won it in the air, but couldn't get it back into a dangerous area.
He had an extraordinary finish to the first quarter-final yesterday with goals, 3 of them in added time. Here's Eriksen, put it right on the money. Got a touch. Ahmad retrieves. Onana willing to step into midfield and switch the play. He's got 3 to aim at on the far side. He's found Bruno Fernandes, who thought about crossing it first time. A more considered ball. Maguire's in there. Garnacho's in there. Cleared not very far. Plenty of height on it from Quansah. No distance. Still away in the end by Van Dijk, but Manchester United have got the bit between their teeth now. Elliott having to defend against Garnacho. The fans roaring them on. They've come to life just as the team has.
Has he got a long throw here? Not easy with a slippery ball. He's looking for a towel. They haven't got one.
No, and you've also got to run up this slope on an artificial turf to get to the grass where your studs will grip. And Bradley only knocks it down as far as Garnacho. Manchester United want a cross here. Of course they want a goal here. Liverpool just can't get out. How often? We've hardly ever said that. Certainly not at all since the first 15 minutes. No foul, but it breaks for Anthony. And now Eriksen. Ahmad. Lindelof. The prize is a great one. We can find something with this, maybe the last ball into the box before John Brooks blows for extra time. In it comes. Maguire is in there, gets contact. Partly away by Elliott. Lindelof. Eriksen for Marcus Rashford. Rashford has put it wide. He can't believe it, and he's not alone.
Well, he does everything right. I think he was onside. The run is good. The pass is excellent. The first touch just opens it up for him, and then he doesn't get any bend on it. He just passes it beyond the far post. What a miss. Look at that for a touch. And I expect him to score there. Gets in behind Quansah. What a big moment that is.
Well, there was Wembley beckoning. But Liverpool let off the hook. And we go to extra time here at Old Trafford. Liverpool finished the first half strongly. They got the 2 goals back after the early strike by McTominay for Manchester United. And it was Manchester United who needed a late goal to take us to extra time. We'll draw breath, as will the players. And it's after 90 minutes. It's 2-2.
Should be 3-2. It really should be 3-2. But was he onside? Our colleagues in London have not given us that information yet. That's all we needed to see before the opportunity. Was he on or off? He's on. He's on.
Yeah. What a chance.
What a chance.
A chance. What a chance. His season everything he's gone through would have been forgiven by every United fan if he'd have slid that. He should have slid it in. A man of his quality. Touch was fantastic, the first one. Got to, I don't often say it, but got to score. And what was even better, Richard, was these 2 on my left.
Well, we've got one hiding behind his hands. That one is Jason McAteer. And the other one with his hand on his forehead. That one is this weekend especially.
Over the time that he's been at United,